Okay, I'm going to show you how to take the seat off to get to the battery on a 2005 Suzuki Boulevard C50. It's really pretty easy, but if you don't know, it's impossible, right? So back here on the back fender, there is that screw, which is an Allen head, and I believe it's metric. That is one screw that has to come out first in order for the back seat to slide back. And then once you have the back seat slid back, there are two more screws with the same hex head or Allen head that are under here that need to come off and out before the main seat will come out. The battery actually sits right directly under the main seat. So in my case, the first time I attempted this, I started with my trusty cordless drill with my hex tool in it, and it was not in there. So what I ended up doing was using a ratchet by hand, and I stuck the end of my my hex bit in that and did it by hand, broke it loose, and then I was able to get it. So hopefully it'll come off nice and easy with the drill driver now. I'm going to be a little bit careful because it's a little bit of a strange angle, and you could get your hex against the chrome, your rack here, and maybe damage that a little bit. But you can hear how it broke loose. It gets in there pretty tight, but then once it broke loose, it comes out pretty easy. And there you have that one. So that one is out, and now we can push the back seat back in order to get to the other two screws, which push this back. Now you can see the exposed other two screws that have to come out. Bear with me here, doing this with camera in one hand and drilling the other. And hopefully these will come out like the other one did. Once they get broke loose, they come out pretty easy. So get the other one out. It's a 50-degree day in February in Wisconsin, so it makes you want to ride your motorcycle, right? So yeah, you can see how you can take that off and get it clean. It's pretty dirty under there. But now basically this seat is loose, and you can just lift up the back, pull that seat off, and there's our battery sitting right underneath. Did this because my battery was drained out here and sitting in the winter, and I went to start it the other day to let it run for a little bit, and it was dead. But there's our battery with our terminals. And then to put it back, you just reverse the process. You just put the seat first, the front seat back on, line things up, put the back seat in place, slid back. And these are a little bit tricky because you kind of got to get in there by hand and get those screws started straight. And then once they're in there, you slide this forward, put the last screw in place, and ready to ride. Thanks for watching.